They're off and pacing an excellent start. The first 5 horses out there for the lead. On the inside, that's Roxy Music. In between horses, Minnesota Mini coming away third now. That's She'll Be Charming. Cheryl Falcon is fourth on the outside, and fifth along the inside. That's Fair Lady Blue Chip. Up to be sixth now on the outside comes Lexi Hanover. Around that turn into the backside they go. And from the outside now, the challenge for the lead comes Cheryl's Falcon. That's Cheryl's Falcon on the outside with the short lead. She'll Be Charming is racing in second. Up to be third now on the outside comes Star Jet. They went the first quarter in 31-4. It's Cheryl Falcon on a short lead, but Star Jet from the outside now gets that lead. That's Star Jet, your new leader. Cheryl Falcon is racing in second and third along the inside. That's She'll Be Charming. Roxy Music is right there in fourth as they go for that half-mile marker. On the front end now to get that lead back is Cheryl's Falcon. Dropping in second there is Star Jet. Up to be third now on the outside. Here comes She'll Be Charming. And way on the outside to be fourth is Lexi Hanover. They went to half in 101-4. Cheryl Falcon now is your new leader. In second along the inside, that's Star Jet. In third on the outside, She'll Be Charming. Coming on fourth now is Lexi Hanover. They turn for home, but she'll make that Cheryl's Falcon on a short lead. The challenger second on the outside. That She'll Be Charming. In third there is Star Jet. Coming on is Lexi Hanover. They're in the home lane. Cheryl Falcon keeps that lead. That's Star Jet second along the inside. Park third on the outside. That's Lexi Hanover. Down the stretch they come with Cheryl Falcon on a short lead. Here comes Lexi Hanover on the outside. And way on the outside, that's Jim's Ship. It's Cheryl's Falcon keeping that lead. Lexi Hanover trying to come on in second. It's Cheryl's Falcon in front at the wire. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the inside. That's Rory's Revenge, Sturgeon Bay. Coming away third there was Visualizer Winner. Up to be fourth now on the outside comes Inexplicable. Racing in the fifth now, that's Cheetah's Cheat. Up to be sixth is Rory Bill with Bubba Wellwood. Crisscross Jesse and Lona's Pride. Around that turn they go. And on the front end with the short lead there is Sturgeon Bay. In second along the rail is Rory's Revenge with Visualize the Winner in third. Racing in fourth along the inside and pulling from fourth now. There goes Inexplicable. They went that first quarter in 30-2. On the lead is Sturgeon Bay. Up to be second now on the outside comes Inexplicable. Racing in third along the inside. That's Rory's Revenge. Visualize the Winner is now racing in fourth. Coming on fifth, there is Cheetah's Sheets. Rory Bill is now racing in sixth. Up to be seven, that's Bubba Wellwood. Crisscross Jesse. The trailing horse is Lana Pride. And from the outside now to get that lead is Inexplicable. Racing in second now along the inside, that's Sturgeon Bay. Rory's Revenge is still racing in third. Out and going fourth on the outside now comes Visualize the Winner with Cheetah's Sheets right in back above. They went to half in 59-1. Inexplicable now opens up the lead by 5. Racing in second yet is Sturgeon Bay. Visualize the Winner is third. Cheetah Cheats now comes on fourth. They're into home lane. Inexplicable's got it by 3.5 lengths. Cheetah Cheats is now racing in second. Coming on third is Visualize the Winner. Down the stretch they come. It's Inexplicable on a short lead. Here comes the Cheetah Cheats now on the outside. That's Cheetah Cheats on the outside getting the lead. In second there is Inexplicable. Coming on third now is Rory's Bill. But it's going to be Cheetah's Cheats in front. Close for second. Number 4, Cheetah. Here they come. They're off, and pacing with Mistwood on the inside. Way on the outside, coming away sharply there was Roddy Burns. As Mistwood now getting the early lead. Little Hans is right there in second with Bet 2 Grand in third. Dropping in fourth now, that's Roddy Burns. Coming on fifth is Mike's Pleasure. The Goose on Fire is now racing in sixth. Cruising Chris and Stone Cross Nemesis at the end. Around the turn into the backside they go. It's the Mistwood, the leader by one. Little Hans is right there in second, a length and a half. Bet 2 Grand in third. That's the Roddy Burns now racing in fourth with Mike's Pleasure in fifth. Coming on sixth now, that's the Goose on Fire. It's the Cruising Chris Stone Cross Nemesis. First quarter in 32 seconds straight. On the front end, the leader by a length and a half is the Mistwood. Little Hans is right there in second. The Bet 2 Grand in third. In the fourth along the inside now comes Mike's Pleasure. They go for that half-mile marker. And the leader still by a length and a half is Mistwood. Little Hans is still right there in second. Bet 2 Grand in third. Roddy Burns in fourth. Coming on fifth now is Mike's Pleasure as they go by the half. A 104 and 3. Halfway around the third. Mistwood keeps that lead by a length and a half. Right there in second along the inside is Little Hans. Bet 2 Grand is third on the outside. Coming on fourth along the inside. That's Roddy Burns up to be fifth on the outside now. Comes Mike's Pleasure. They're double-decked around that turn. It's Mistwood on the inside. It's Bet 2 Grand on the outside. They battle for the lead. Down the stretch they come with the Mistwood now the leader a length and a half. Bet 2 Grand is still right there in second. In third along the inside is Little Hans in the middle of the track. Here comes the Mike's Pleasure. They're starting to gang up on the leader. On the outside now, that's Mike's Pleasure to get that lead. Mistwood is now racing in second. Coming on third, that's Bet 2 Grand and a Little Hans. But it's going to be Mike's Pleasure in front. Mistwood up for second. It's closed for third. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the outside. Lightning Henry goes out there to challenge for the lead. Down along the inside now at Double Time Tough. Coming away third there was Two Can Do with Windy Top in fourth. Racing in fifth now, that's Bluegrass Special. Up to be sixth along the inside comes Glenford Pride End. Dusty Pockets Country Special and Shannon Freedom. Around that turn into the backside they go from the outside. That's Lightning Henry to get that lead. Double Time Tough is racing in second with Duke Can Do in third. In fourth along the inside now, that's Windy Top Park. Fifth on the outside is the Bluegrass Special. Off stride and back of the field is Shannon Freedom. They went to first quarter in 30 and 3. And the leader now from the outside to get that lead is Double Time Tough. Lightning Henry racing in second. In third along the inside comes Two Can Do. Park fourth on the outside is a Bluegrass Special. Go for that half-mile marker. It's Double Time Tough on a short lead. Bluegrass Special now is challenging second on the outside. Lightning Henry third along the inside. Coming on fourth now is Country Special. They went to half in 101 and 1. On the inside, it's Double Time Tough. On the outside, that Bluegrass Special in third along the inside now. Coming on is Country Special with Lightning Henry. They turn for home. The leader is Double Time Tough. Park second on the outside. That Bluegrass Special coming on third now. It's Country Special. The 3/4 in 1:32. Down the stretch they come with the Double Time Tough, the leader. Here comes the Country Special on the outside to challenge for the lead. That Double Time Tough Country Special coming on. And way on the outside now comes Glenford Pride In. Down the stretch with Double Time Tough controlling the race by 2.5 lengths. Country Special coming on sharply now. Here comes Two Can Do, but it's going to be Double Time Tough in front. Country Special second, close for third. they come. They're off and pacing on the inside. It's All Risk in the middle. Robin Starbright and way on the outside. That Beauty of a Deal coming away for it now. That's Tahiti dropping in fifth. There is Little Miss Liz. Around that turn they go with Robin Starbright getting the rail and the lead by one. And second along the inside now. That's All Risk Park third on the outside. That's the Beauty of a Deal. In the fourth along the rail now. That's Tahiti, a gap to fifth by Little Miss Liz. Coming on sixth, a Bear Bait. Miss Market and Walmack Gal is at the end as they went to first quarter in 29-2. Robin Starbright got that lead three-quarters. Park second on the outside. That Beauty of a Deal. Right behind him in third now is All Risk coming on fourth. Tahiti, a wide gap to fifth by Little Miss Liz. Racing up to be sixth now as Miss Market as they go for that half-mile marker. On the inside, it's Robin Starbright, still parked second on the outside. That's the Beauty of a Deal. All Risk is third along the rail. Tahiti comes on fourth. Up to be fifth now on the outside is Miss Market as they went to half. 58-4. They're halfway around the third now, and getting the lead by 2.5 lengths is Robin Starbright. Coming back second along the inside, that's All Risk up to be third now on the outside. That's Miss Market. Tahiti is now racing in fourth. They turn for home. Robin Starbright opens up the lead by 3.5 lengths. Coming through along the inside now to be second. Racing in third in the middle of the track. Here comes Miss Market. Down the stretch they come. Racing wide there is Tahiti. But it's Robin Starbright opening up to lead by 5. Racing up to be second now on the outside comes a Walmack L. In third along the inside, that's All Risk. But put a ring around Robin Starbright in front. Walmack lad up for second. Tahiti third. Here they come. They're off and pacing with Razor's Bunny. The young Alba, unmentionable, way on the outside. Too Tall Tessie. A battle royal into that first turn. In between horses now to get the lead. That's Razor's Bunny. Coming on second now, young Alba. Parked three wide around the turn. It's the Too Tall Tessie. Unmentionable now racing in fourth. And fifth along the inside. That's Fly First Class. Tracy's Comet is now racing in sixth. That's Carolina Collins. Highly recommend at the end. They went that first quarter in 29-3. And from the outside to get that lead, it's the Too Tall Tessie by 2.5 lengths. Razor's Bunny now racing in second by 1.5 lengths with the young Alba in third. In fourth along the inside, that's Unmentionable. Fly First Class is now racing in fifth. Up to be sixth is Tracy's Comet. They go for that half mile. It's the Too Tall Tessie out there by 3. In second is Razor's Bunny. Young Alba's right there in third. In fourth along the inside, it's Unmentionable. They went to half. 58-2. There's no change at Too Tall Tessie. Keep that lead 1.5 lengths. Razor's Bunny is right there in second, pulling from third now. Here comes the young Alba. In fourth along the inside is Unmentionable. Up to be fifth now comes Carolina Collins. They turn for home. Too Tall Tessie keeps that lead. Coming on second now, here comes the young Alba. Down along the race, and third is Razor's Bunny. Down the stretch with Too Tall Tessie on a short lead. Up to be second now on the outside. Here comes the Carolina Collins. In third along the inside, that's Razor's Bunny. 5, 6, 7 horses across the track. It's anybody's horse race. And way on the outside, coming on sharply, is Highly Recommended. Coming between horses, Fly First Class, and down along the rail to get it all is Unmentionable. come. They're off and pacing with Jan's Gunner. Oil and Air and way on the outside. That's Magic Wand in between horses. Amy Jeannie down along the rail. It's Egyptian Charmer. But it's Jan's Gunner to get that lead. From the outside now to challenge for that lead. Here comes Magic Wand. Magic Wand on the outside gets that lead. Jan's Gunner is racing in second. In third along the inside, Egyptian Charmer. Amy Jeannie is now racing in fourth. Coming on fifth and now fourth on the outside. That's the Oil and Air. 29-3 for the first quarter. Magic Wand's on a short lead. Up and challenging second now on the outside. Here comes the Oil and Air. Oil and Air from the outside now gets that lead. Racing in second is Jan's Gunner. Coming on third along the inside is Magic Wand. They go for that half-mile marker. And the leader, it's Oil and Air. Magic Wand is now racing in second. In third along the inside, that's Jan's Gunner. Amy Jeannie is racing in fourth. Egyptian Charmer in fifth. Go for the half in 59-2. And on the front end, keeping that lead, is Oil and Air. In second along the inside, that's Magic Wand. Up to be third now on the outside. Here comes Millie's Baby. They turn for home. And on a short lead, it's Oil and Air. The challenger second now on the outside. That's Millie's Baby. Third along the inside is Magic Wand. Coming on fourth now, it's the Amy Jeannie. They're in the home stretch and from the outside. It's the Millie's Baby on a short lead. Oil and Air is still right there in second. Down along the inside, Magic Wand in third. Down the stretch they come. Millie Baby now opens up to lead by 2.5 lengths. Coming back in second now, it's the Jan's Gunner. It's Millie's Baby, Jan's Gunner trying to close the gap. It's going to be Millie's Baby, Jan's Gunner coming on. It's too late. Millie's Baby in front. Here they come. They're off and pacing with Toka's Pearl, the first one to leave. Down along the inside, that's Rompin' Dolly. Iona Bet now drops in third. That's Confetti now racing in fourth with the Wascally Wabbit in fifth. Beware of Lady came away sixth. Tangy B is racing in seventh. That's the Black on Black. Extorters at the end. Around the turn and to the backside they go. It's Toka's Pearl, the leader by 2.5 lengths. Racing in second now is Iona's Bet. It's Rompin' Dolly in third. Coming on fourth now, that's Confetti. A gap to fifth by Wascally Rabbit. Racing in sixth, it's Beware of Lady. Tangy B, the Black on Black. Extorter is still at the end as they went to first quarter in 30-1. And the leader now by 2.5 lengths is Toka's Pearl. Racing in second, Iona Bet. Rompin' Dolly trying to close the gap in third. Coming on fourth now, that's Confetti. Up to be fifth on the outside comes up Beware of Lady. They went to half 59-3 with Toka's Pearl keeping that lead 2.5 lengths. Iona's Bet is still racing in second. Up to be third now on the outside. Here comes the Beware of Lady. Rompin' Dolly is racing in fourth with Confetti in fifth. They turn for home with Toka's Pearl keeping that lead by a 3/4 of a length. Out and driving now on the outside. Here comes Iona's Bet, and way out in the middle, it's the Beware of Lady. They're in the home lane now, and it's Iona's Bet on a short lead. But on the outside now, the challenge for that lead comes the Beware of Lady. And now it's Beware of Lady to get that lead. Iona's Bet is racing second. Here comes Confetti. He got through on the outside. It's Beware of Lady on the inside. Confetti way on the outside. And here comes a Black on Black. They're two to the drive. One will survive. They're off and pacing the Wap in the middle. Down along the inside, that's Sky Colored. American Elgin with Michael Dragon. As Surf Alert now dropping in fifth with Come On Jordan, Uncle Murph and the Flying Frankie. And now the leader is whapped by a length and a half. Sky Colors is right there in second, and third along the inside. That's American Elgin. American Elgin now pulls for third and going after the lead. That's the whap on the inside, up on the outside now to get the lead is American Elgin. First quarter in 30-3. American Elgin now your new leader. It's the whap racing in second. In third along the inside, it's Sky Color. Coming on forward now is Michael Dragon. In the fifth is Surf Alert. Racing in sixth is Come On Jordan. Up to be seven on the outside. It's Uncle Murph. Flying Frankie is at the end. They go for that half-mile marker. American Elgin the leader by one. A whap is right there in second. Up to be third now on the outside. Here comes Michael Dragon. Dropping back and forth is Sky Color. Halfway around the turn and on the outside, it's Michael Dragon challenging for that lead. American Elgin on the inside. Now it's Michael Dragon to get the lead. In second is American Elgin. Up to be third now on the outside. Here comes the Sky Color. They go by the three-quarter, and on the lead is American Elgin. Make that Michael Dragon with Sky Colors coming on. They went to three-quarter in 1:29-2. Michael Dragon the leader. Sky Colors is now racing in second. Down the stretch they come with Michael Dragon. Sky Colors now is dropping back. Coming back in second is American Elgin, and on the outside, here comes the Surf Alert. It's Michael Dragon with Surf Alert coming on. Michael Dragon in front. Here they come. They're off and pacing with Waynesfield Tiger on the outside, coming away second here. Lake Hills, Texas, down along the inside now is Destructor. Coming away forward is R.D. DeGroff with his Bruce in fifth. Rave along in tandem Robel. And from the outside, a challenge for the lead now comes Lake Hills, Texas. Lake Hills, Texas on the outside gets that lead. Waynesfield Tiger is now racing in second with Destructor in third. R.T. DeGroff is a close-up for it with his Bruce in fifth. The Rave along, Tandem Lobel is at the end. They went by that first quarter in 30-1. And your leader is Lake Hills, Texas. But up the challenge now on the outside for that lead. Here comes R.D. DeGroff. That's R.D. DeGroff to get that lead. Racing in second is Lake Hills, Texas. In third along the inside is Waynesfield Tiger. Destructor is now racing in fourth with his Bruce in fifth. Rave along and still Tandem Nobel trails the field. They go by the half in 59-2. R.D. DeGroff the leader. In second is Lake Hills, Texas. Right there along the rail. In third is Waynesfield Tiger. Up to be fourth now on the outside comes Rave along. Halfway around the turn with R.D. DeGroff the leader. Lake Hills, Texas is still right there in second with Rave along Park third on the outside. Right behind him in fourth now, that's Tandem Lobel. In the fifth along the inside, it's Waynesfield Tiger. And down the stretch they come with R.D. DeGroff the leader. Coming on sharply now in second is Tandem Lobel, and down along the inside, that's Waynesfield Tiger. The leader is R.D. DeGroff. Here comes the Tandem Lobel. Now on the outside, a challenge with the Rave along, and splitting horses there is Destructor. It's the R.D. DeGroff holding on at the wire. Here they come. They're off and pacing 3-4 horses out there for the lead on the outside. That's Call Me Tech. Down along the inside, Ideal Colors came away, and Sunshine Gem going off stride around that turn is Call Me Tech. The leader now is Ideal Color. Racing in second along the inside. That's Sunshine Jim. Miracle Dancer is now up to be second on the outside. Around the turn and in the backside they go. And the leader is Ideal Color. Miracle Dancer now challenging for that lead on the outside with Sunshine Gem now racing in third. Coming on fourth on the outside, that's the Wave Shock. And your new leader now is Miracle Dancer. Racing in second along the inside. That Ideal Colors up to be third on the outside. That's Wave Shock as they went to first quarter in 30-3. Miracle Dancer has got that lead. The challenger on the outside is Wave Shock back in third now. That Ideal Color. Racing up to be fourth on the outside is TV's Flame. They went to half in 59-3. On the inside, it's Miracle Dancer. On the outside, that's Wave Shock. They go head and head for that lead. Ideal Colors is right there in third. Parkport on the outside now. That's TV's Flame. No change. They battle royal up on the front end there. That's Wave Shock on the outside. Miracle Dancer on the inside. No one wants to give ground as they turn for home. Now it's Wave Shock on a short lead. Racing in second there along the inside is Miracle Dancer. And way on the outside coming on sharply now. Here comes TV Flame. TV Flame just explodes down the stretch and opens up to lead by 6-7 lengths. That's TV Flame all by himself. Coming on second now on the outside with a late charge is Adams Copper. But it's TV Flame just cruising. Close for second.